All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another day in the life. This is more so just all about, as you may have watched my previous video, I decided to do a 4 or 5 week, pretty intense cut. And right now, I'm about 19 days into all of this. My diet is pretty intense. When I say intense, I just mean it's very basic, right? Protein sparing modified fast is the method that I'm using. And I have a coach. I've had a coach for the past 10 to 15 years. I've been a coach myself for the last 20 plus years. And yeah, like today, I really just want to, right now I'm driving. I just got done dropping the kids off at school. Now I'm driving to the gym. My workouts, guys, are very low volume currently. Okay. I'm still training 4 days a week, but I'm only doing about 4 exercises like per body part per workout. It's very, I would say it's like literally maintenance at most at this point, just to, again, maintain what I have. It's just, again, the same principle that I always talk about applies. It's stimulate, not annihilate, right? So, yeah, like today is legs, really, really simple. Leg extension, leg curl pairing, leg press, dumbbell RDL pairing, and then hanging leg raise with a calf raise. So literally 2 sets of each of those, roughly 12 to 15 reps per set. And my diet, if you know anything about protein sparing modified fasting, I talked about this in the first video that I made. I'm on like about 260 protein, 50 fat, and less than 25 net carbs a day. So I have, over the past 19 days, I have literally not eaten like any more than 25 net carbs per day, right? So my workouts, I mean, I'm visibly leaner. Like I've probably chipped off in 19 days, maybe 3% to 4% body fat. I feel confident in saying that just from like how my physique is looking. I'm extremely flat. Like I am holding some water, and that's just a byproduct too of like not having any carbohydrates for the last almost 3 weeks. But I think we're coming to an end here. I think we're coming to an end in terms of like not having any carbs. I think we're gonna start cycling them in here probably in like 3 days or so. So energy is pretty good, I will say. I will say my hunger is getting to be more and more prevalent. I'm starting to like think about food more. Like I just, all these things that happen when you do diet down to like lower body fat levels, right? So like the best way I can describe hunger is like, okay, when you get to like, I would say a true like 11-12% body fat, that's where you start to experience more like midday kind of hunger. When you get to like 10%, you're probably going to start to experience more like some more nighttime as well, like in addition to the midday. And then when you hit below sub 10, you're going to experience, it's like the way my coach describes it, is like it's kind of like Taliban style hunger. And there's nothing you can really do. I mean, dude, like if you're willing and wanting to go to those body fat levels, like you just have to accept it. Like your body doesn't want to be there. Your hunger hormones are all thrown off. Your leptin is low. Your ghrelin is high. Like it's just the nature of the beast, man. I would say though, like, anywhere from 12 to 15, even 13 to 15%, like that is a comfortable place you can stay in. And that's kind of like where I have stayed for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, this is a really good, like, it's a really cool experiment too, to see and just how I feel, and just honestly, with the addition of nicotine and caffeine, like, an energy drink here and there, it's not hard. Like, it's not as hard as a lot of people think it is. If you just prepare preparation is obviously key, like a lot of things in life, right? So a lot of like big soups you can just make in the Instapot. Like the liquid from the soup is pretty much calorie-less. Chicken broth, stuff like that. It fills you up. You throw a ton of veggies in. You throw some chicken in. I mean, it makes it really easy to just have like stuff on hand. And honestly, like soup, while it's pretty basic, like you can then add some like salsas and jalapeno if you like spicy. You can add some of that stuff in, which gives it a little kick. But after, like I talked about in the previous video, after 5-7 days of doing this, it's not hard. It's like, it's the initial shock to your body of like, hey, like not having any carbohydrates and going from, let's say, eating 2,800 calories to 1,500 calories with less than 25 carbs, right? Because for me, I love, like a lot of people probably, like I overdo sometimes fats. So I just like fats, but the problem is with fats, like they're 9 calories per gram, they add up really fast. So that's a big component of like, even going to like 50 grams of fat, I'm like, oh shit, like literally, I'm just getting my fat more or less from the food that I'm eating, the meat that I'm eating, plus, a very small amount of like walnuts and stuff like that. But again, it's not much, right? So yeah, but at the same time, like this is doing the trick. I mean, we're almost to the gym. I plan on showing you a few things, as long as it's not too crowded. I plan on taking you guys through a few movements at the gym. And then when I get back later, I'll just show you some of the stuff that I'm eating again. And also I'll run you through like my supplements, kind of like what I've added in. It's really nothing crazy. I have not messed with like any peptides yet. I plan on it in the relatively near future. But yeah, I'll run you guys through all of my supplement stuff that I'm doing, kind of what that looks like right now, why I'm doing it, etc. And then we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys get some value out of this, just as me explaining like why I still have some of these supplements in, just what my overall routine looks like, and yeah, hope it provides some value. So I'm going to get in the gym now, and I'll catch you a little bit later. All right, so we just got out of the gym. Like I said, 20, 30-minute workout, like max. That's all we're looking at. I didn't get to walk you guys through anything, simply because the gym that I now go, I go to a Snap Fitness. It recently just changed locations. And it's literally everybody's on top of one another, and it's just a bit of a shit show. Coming from having a gym myself in the past, like it's nice having a good amount of space that you can operate from when you're training. Like I really value that, right? And now it's like, you just don't have that. Like somebody's literally they're right in front of you. Their ass is right in front of you. So yeah, but I mean, that's first world problems, right? But yeah, so now just headed home. I do have a call in like 30 minutes I have to be on. So I'm gonna go home, probably just grab a really quick few scoops of protein, a little bit of creatine, maybe even a tiny bit of, well, I shouldn't say maybe, I'm going to. A little bit of coffee in my protein, which I had yesterday, was kind of nice. So, and then literally just hop on the computer right after that for a call. And then I don't have too much else going on the rest of the day besides just programming for my clients and stuff like that. So I'll show you some behind the scenes stuff with that. My supplements as well. I'll give you guys an overview and education on some of that. And yeah, and then I mean, before you know it, the kids will be back home, and it'll be straight up dad mode. But I am missing carbohydrates. I am just missing like a bowl of oatmeal, right? I was like I was making my kids shakes this morning, and I was like, I just want like a bowl of fucking oatmeal with blueberries. It's like, again, guys, this is not something that you have to do in terms of like, don't watch this video and be like, oh man, like I should do that. The only time I would have somebody do this, number one, is if they're willing, they have the mentality for it. And also their lifestyle and their habits already are in a good place to actually commit and do something like this, whether it's for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like I'm almost going on. So it's just another tool in the tool belt, guys. So I'll see you here in a bit. All right, guys. So this is one of the easiest ways I've been making my first meal. Obviously I have the protein shake with coffee that I just had, because I got to hop on a call in literally 10 minutes. So I'm going to take these greens and this cheese. It's fat-free mozzarella cheese. Simple. We're going to do 28 grams, boom. In here, cool, 29 grams, that's fine. It's just 1 more gram of protein. And then I'll take this lettuce, it's already washed, and just go boom in there. Don't need like a ton. I don't really care about, I'm not measuring the lettuce. I could care less about that. And then I will take my egg whites from Costco, classic, 50 grams of protein in this whole thing. I already have the oven warming up, so I'll do that. And then just a tiny bit of salt. Some everything bagel seasoning. And I'll usually throw some onion in there, some red onion. I don't think I have any right now. Cut up, at least. No. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with it like that. And what I will do, I'll get a spoon, just mix this up a little bit. Yeah, and this will mix up really, really nice. So easy. Like, I set the oven to 350. So what I'll do, I'll put this in, I'll pop this in for about 30 minutes while I'm on my call. In about 30, 35 minutes, it'll be done, right? I'll set the timer for it. So really simple. This will be like hypothetically, my first meal, because this is like actually whole food. I had a shake. I mean, yeah, I just had powder so far today. So yeah, I'm gonna hop on my call, and then I will see you guys once I come back later. What's up, guys? I am now just at my desk. Just had my first call for the day, actually the only call I have today. And so after that first call, I went ahead and got my meal one, because my other protein that's come today is just literally from a shake and then some collagen in my coffee this morning. So this is, again, I showed you earlier, it's the easiest thing to make. I haven't really made this except for this photo shoot prep that I'm doing. And this is, again, the thing, egg whites from Costco, some greens, some 1 serving, 28 grams of fat-free mozzarella cheese, and some jalapeno salsa that I put on top. And then I do have, look at that. I mean, it's just so simple. You just put it in the oven, let it sit for 30, 35 minutes at 350, and then it's ready to go, all right? 2 low-carb tortillas. These are from a company called Extreme, it's like Ole, O-L-E, Extreme Wellness. Each one of these is like 60 calories and 1 carb, right? So mostly just fiber. I don't like eating a ton of these like long-term. Obviously, I like these when I'm dieting, especially dieting a little bit harder, just because they do give me more volume, they give me a little bit of fiber, but I don't like eating a ton of gluten, just in general, just from how heavily our stuff is sprayed here in America. With that said, I still eat, gluten. Like, I'm not, again, this is another thing that if you have your gut and lifestyle in a good place, you don't really need to worry about gluten. But if you do have gut issues, it can be something for like a short term that you maybe minimize, and then you start to reintroduce, right? So I have these 2 tortillas. I have C-Bomb energy drink, which is 100 milligrams of caffeine, plus some brain stuff that I will just have. And then it's 10:30 right now. I'll probably have my next meal probably around 2 o'clock. And then dinner will probably be around 5:30. So it's like 10:30, first meal, 2:30 second meal, 5:30, 6 third meal. 3 meals is literally all I have right now. Also, 3 to 4 is typically all I have, but my meals are just very high protein, low carb, very moderate fat, right? So yeah, you just kind of have to be strategic about things when you are dieting and look at kind of what the immediate, let's say, 2 to 4 week goal is, and then have a game plan to attack that, and then just keep going from there. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to do some work, try to show you guys some behind the scenes stuff that I'm working on. Yeah, I'll update you guys on my supplements, kind of how I'm doing those here this afternoon when I'm downstairs, and then we'll go from there. So hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, guys, so we are back in the kitchen once again, and we're gonna cook up some ground turkey, 99% lean. This will be my second meal of the day after the egg whites, and then I'm gonna have the rest of this soup, which is pretty much just broth and a bunch of veggies. I'm gonna throw that ground turkey in here, probably put some jalapeno salsa in it, and yeah, not make it too complex. So pretty straightforward. I'll show you what it looks like after I'm done. So real simple here, guys. Just literally cut this, boom. This isn't fancy. Put that on there. Try to get it all out. And the same thing with the other one. I usually make 2 at a time. This way, this will last me probably like 3 meals. These 2. Oh my God, that's not good. Way too hot. All right, and then we will put on some sea salt as well. Sea salt, I don't get too crazy. I like a few brands. This brand is really good, Baja Gold. You can get it on Amazon, but I'm running out. And I have some more coming in, but it's not going to be here probably till either tomorrow or Monday. I think tomorrow I'll be getting it. So I'm just in time. So yeah, like literally, I'll make this. This will take me probably about 5 minutes. And then, and I just, if you were wondering, I just sprayed the pan literally with like a half a second shot of like this avocado oil. And that's it. Like I'll do about, weighed out, I'll probably do about 200 grams cooked, maybe a little bit less, because I do have one more meal for later that I'm going to be eating. So yeah, I mean, this will be nice because I'll do this. I'll walk you guys through my supplements, and then I'm going to go for like a 40-minute walk, and then get back on the computer, do a little more work for maybe another hour or a little bit less, and then that's pretty much the day, guys. By 4 o'clock or so Central, like I try to be just as present as possible with my family and just not be on social media and stuff like that as much. It's a work in progress, but yeah. So I will show you guys what it looks like when I'm done, and then we'll get into the supplements. All right, guys, so we are going to go over supplements that I currently take. This is like, and I'll even go over, I'm really only, like most of my supplements are pretty consistent, like most of the time, right? So I'm going to go over like from beginning of the day till the end of the day and just give you a breakdown, right? So at least right now, while I'm on this protein sparing modified fast, lower calories, I have added in a small amount of T3, okay? So this is the active form of your thyroid. Now, do you want to do this, you know, if you're just like starting out? I wouldn't recommend it without actually having guidance. Again, I'm not a doctor. However, I have learned from some really smart people, and I know what I'm doing. And I have a coach as well. So I'm taking a small amount of T3 just in the morning, and I'm monitoring my body temperatures to make sure that things aren't dipping too much, right? Especially with just being super low carb. My training volume's like matching my nutrition. I'm staying active, just like walking and things like that. But I just want to make sure that things are staying in a good place, like my body, I'm feeling great, you know, I'm continuing to go to the bathroom, all that stuff. And T3 is really, really important. So I'm just giving myself a little bit of assistance, if you will, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, to be quite honest, I think a lot of people out there are living with low thyroid, even though the doctor in the labs tell you that you're fine. An easy way to tell if, you know, you probably do have some work to do is literally just take your morning temperature, see where it's at. If it's 97.6 or if it's less than 97.6, you've got some work to do in terms of waking temperatures. And then if your post-meal temperatures, like after you eat a meal, your first meal, 30 to 40 minutes after that, if your temperatures are dipping, that's not a great sign. That's just telling me like something, your metabolism is sluggish, liver is sluggish, bile is sluggish, things just are not working as well as they could. So that's where, again, you would work with a coach to actually have somebody guide you through this and just the whole process. Obviously, if you start to lose weight and everything like that, typically that does start to help the process. However, I'm all about optimization, right? So we want to optimize the body, the metabolism, the physique, everything, right? So I do have a little bit of this. I am on about 100 milligrams of testosterone, TRT, every single week. So I do a small injection Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's really straightforward. That's it. That's all like the quote unquote assistance that I'm taking. Multivitamin from Thorne, Advanced Nutrients. I take 4 of these in the morning with a meal and then 4 of these in the evening. This is, I feel, in my own opinion, the best multivitamin there is, especially when food is this low. I mean, I'm still getting a lot of nutrition. However, I just don't have a lot of resources coming in. So that's where having a multivitamin to continue to help your body think about your metabolism. Like I always say, it's like a water wheel to fill in those gaps on that water wheel to keep it spinning, right? So Thorne, Advanced Nutrients, take that with food. I take 1 of these a day, CoQ10 from Metagenics. Fantastic for cardiovascular health, energy. If you are on any statin drugs, your doctor should be talking to you about this, and you should be on this because a lot of statins will block the enzyme that makes CoQ10. So it's another thing. I am just doing a splash of MCT oil with collagen powder in the morning in my coffee, and that's it. Great thing about MCT oil, it gets used up as energy really, really fast. Literally, it's like I'm using like 2 to 3 grams, which is like 2 grams of fat. So it's like nothing. Eminent Bio Boost. So again, just making sure I'm supporting the liver, supporting everything when it comes to, you know, helping T4 to T3 conversion, all that stuff, and just supporting digestion and bioflow overall, really, really important. So I take about 1 of these twice a day right now with food. Magnesium glycinate. My wife, I actually don't have any magnesium. I have magnesium spray in the bathroom, but she actually has some of this, so I'll take some of hers. 2 to 3 caps. I mean, each cap is 120 milligrams, so I'll take like 300 milligrams of this, and then I'll do some spray after I shower at night, which try to get like anywhere from 600 to 900 milligrams of magnesium every day, okay? In addition to, sometimes if I don't get a lot of sun, my vitamin D levels from the last time I checked are like in the 80s or 90s. I will take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D, D3 plus K2, really important. This one is from Cellcore. Cellcore shout out, I'm a big fan. For overall mitochondrial health, I like BCATP from Cellcore. I take 2 of these pre-workout typically. I love it because this is literally just, you feel it, man. Like this is a non-stimulatory, a great way to boost mitochondrial health, cellular health. You're gonna think better, you're just gonna operate better overall. And then Thiamega, which I talked about in one of my most recent Instagram reels, has all 4 forms of vitamin B1. So if you do a lot of coffee, a lot of alcohol, nicotine, just a lot of stressful activities, vitamin B1 is like for so many people, it's a game changer, and it can help you with your carb utilization. So if somebody is or has been very low carb for a long time, they can take B1, and this is going to help you think clearer. It's going to help get rid of like brain fog to some extent. It's just going to help like you use energy more efficiently. So both of these 2 I absolutely love. Thiamega right now, I'll do like usually 2 of these a day. Again, it's a heavier dose of thiamine, but in usable forms, right? So your multivitamin has thiamine HCl, which this has, but that's not really a usable form. It doesn't, like your multivitamin, I'm sure, doesn't have like benfotiamine, subfotiamine, TTFD, which is a really good form of thiamine to cross the blood-brain barrier. So highly recommend. This company is Objective Nutrients, and then Cellcore is my other go-to when it comes to some of these other supplements as well. Yeah, so like creatine, that's pretty straightforward, the good old creatine. I do about 10 grams of that a day from Thorne. Protein powder, Vital Whey, this is an amazing one. It's not the cheapest, but it does have, in my opinion, the best ingredients, the best ratios of things. It has a lot of lactoferrin, immunoglobulins, which are great for the gut, great for healing the gut, all that stuff. So I do take this every single day. For brain power, I will mix in, this is a great company too, Best 365 Labs. This is MitoBoost Ultra. So this is literally gonna hit hard on the mitochondria. So each tablet, which is super small, is 10 milligrams of PQQ, which is essentially what that does. It helps replicate your mitochondria. So mitochondrial biogenesis. So taking 1 mitochondria and replicating it to 2 mitochondria, and et cetera, et cetera. So 10 milligrams of that, plus 15 milligrams of methylene blue, okay? Plus 250 milligrams of urolithin A. So all of these things will have your brain just like firing. The only thing with this, I do take this probably once or twice a week. I will say with like methylene blue and things like that, you don't want to be on like, SSRIs or anything that's going to impact like any anti-anxiety meds. I wouldn't take, definitely don't take this. I also would recommend, like if you're going to take like methylene blue and stuff like that, I would recommend having carbohydrates in your diet, just because of the way it like recycles things so fast and just burns through things. It can almost make you, if you take too much, it almost makes you like, and I've experienced this, like almost like scatterbrains, just like you're focused on like so many things, but like you're not getting anything done. So I'll usually do this typically like once a week, twice a week maybe, and it's usually 1 or 2 caps, right? I won't go above 2 caps, okay? This is also really good for a workout, again, if you have like carbs in your system and you're eating enough. Fantastic. And then, I mean, this, I haven't taken this in a bit, but I did like it. It's called Bright Brain Absolute Focus. I'm not affiliated with any of these companies, but this is really, really nice if you're not looking to like, obviously take like Adderall or any of those things. Bright Brain is the brand, and Absolute Focus, it's just a bunch of nootropics. So yeah, so really good stuff. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for in here. A few other supplements I will shout out. I'm not affiliated with him whatsoever, but I have learned from him a great amount. Shout out to Joel Green. I've taken his Young Reds, Young Body, and Young Gut because I am a massive, because I've been through gut issues myself, and I know what it's like to not have a great functioning gut. So these 3 products as a stack are amazing. And the best part about this is you go through the stack once, and then you can really just like take these, a few times a week or once a week just to really maintain your results. Plus you just feel like so good about like getting the stuff that's in here. I mean, these products are absolutely fantastic. So shout out to Joel. He's a good guy. Super, super intelligent. So the only other thing that I will say, I take progesterone. Okay, so in the evening, after I get out of the shower, I take 2 to 3 drops of topical progesterone from a company called Biomatrix, and it's called ProAdapt. So progesterone's amazing for bringing your body down into like a parasympathetic state, calms your adrenal glands. Very, very good for just like, again, bringing your body into a relaxed state. The more in a parasympathetic state, rest and digest state you are, the better you're going to be able to make thyroid hormone, the better you're going to be able to do all these processes, right? You don't want to be revved up all the time. That's what causes people to like start to have all these issues and things too, right? So progesterone, I will do some magnesium spray. Typically I'll do magnesium spray like on my thighs. I was doing it on my like neck and my upper chest and even my arms, but like I had recently shaved those areas and like it was burning like shit and stinging, and then it was like itching, which I was like, okay, this is not good. So I put some water in the magnesium spray, and that seems to help. And I spray on my legs just to get some additional magnesium in. And then I do like to dose. This is very cheap on Amazon, L-theanine from NutriCost. 200 milligrams each cap. So I'll do like 3 of these, which is 600 milligrams in the evening, just to like really bring me down. And then if I need it, like with my coffee during the day and stuff, I will also add L-theanine with my coffee, just to really take off the edge again. But yeah, guys, aside from all of these things, I do use, especially right now, I'm like a fat loss, trying to control my hunger type of phase. I do use a little bit of nicotine. I will do the pouches or the lozenges just to, again, curb hunger, keep me focused. And also taking the thiamine, that Thiamega helps balance that nicotine usage out. But I don't want, or I will not be using nicotine all the time. It is very useful though for, you know, just certain time periods and really locking in when it comes to, you know, overall goals and when you're not eating as much, right? So anyways, hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, please just drop them in the comments or shoot me a message. But yeah, that is really all for right now. I'm gonna head out on a walk and then get back, be probably in dad mode, and I'll catch you guys in a little bit. All right, guys. Well, I did not have anything left at the end of the day. When on the last clip, you'll see, you know, I was getting ready to go into full on dad mode. And I wanted to finish this video just by also explaining to you like where I'm at right now. So like that was 2 days ago, that video. And now we are 2 days later here, being November 10th. When I made that video, it was like, actually that was like the 9th, or no, that was the 7th. Clearly you can tell I've been dieting because my brain isn't registering as well. But anyways, so today's November 10th. We are now, it's Monday, November 10th. My coach has now added in, so protein sparing modified fast, did it for a full 3 weeks, chipped a lot of body fat off, pretty crazy actually. Just, I'll show you as you'll be looking at this, like you'll see like the difference from like start to like where I am now. It's pretty drastic. I don't know the percentage of body fat that I'm at now. If I were to guess, I'm probably close to like between 10 and 11. I probably started at like closer to maybe like 14. I don't know, like somewhere around there. All I know is like hunger is definitely starting to get more pronounced. My face has like, I've lost a lot of my face. I mean, I'm just way leaner, but it's good now that we're bringing back in carbohydrates slowly. So 135 grams this week. Calories have come up about 300 total calories. And then the following week, I'll be increasing carbohydrates by another 50 grams. So my carbohydrates next week will be at 185 grams, which to be honest is still pretty low. I mean, when you are lean, when you are super lean and like, you know, you have good muscle mass and all that stuff, your body will just churn through carbohydrates, like churn through carbohydrates. I've been in like preps, like for fitness competitions and photo shoots where I've literally been eating 450, 500 carbs a day, and I'm still like starving. Like just because your body's like so efficient at that point, it's just a well-oiled machine. So yeah, so it's interesting, just the whole process. I mean, there's so many ways to go about like dieting. There's so many tools. It's like everything's a tool in the tool belt. But the thing is, so with my overall like training, the only thing that's changed is like literally I went from 4 days a week, upper lower split, 2 sets, 2 sets most body part, like 2 sets of, so think about this, upper body, a dumbbell press with a lat pull down, a curl with a tricep exercise, and then a chest fly with a, like a rear delt upper back lateral. Okay. So it's more like 4 exercises per body part per workout, but it's divided into like 2 sets of every exercise, 2 days upper, 2 days lower. And the only thing that's changed aside from increased now bringing back in carbohydrates is my training has gone from 2 sets to 3 sets. Okay. So not drastic changes again. Now we're just getting my body used to carbohydrates again. So that when I do like, ultimately I'm getting ready for a photo shoot, right? So when I do need to like fill out, my body won't be like, oh, like, what the fuck are these, you know? So your body has to get used to carbohydrates again, and you just bring them back in strategically and slowly, and then you won't have like a weird reaction, like in terms of like you won't hold on to a bunch of water, you won't do any of that stuff, right? Because your body's familiar with carbohydrates. So I'll keep you guys updated. I plan on making one of these every single week. This is for last week. I plan on making one like towards the end of the week this week, and just like, you know, again, educating you guys on like what I'm doing. Hopefully you got some value out of like the supplements and kind of what I'm doing there. But if you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm happy to answer, and anything that I can do to help, I'm here. So have a great day, guys, and have a great week, and I will talk to you in the next video.